Welcome to Living Creative with Jay Livingstone. I'm here to help you create the life that you desire to live through the power of intention. So, what I have chosen to do is document the journey of starting from $0 and creating $1 million business. Do you believe me? I'm going to start from $0 and create $1 million business, and I'm going to document the whole journey. A lot of times, especially in this internet age, there's a facade. Well, not everybody's fake, but everybody hops on the internet and says, "Oh, I'm a multimillionaire. I did this X, Y, and Z, and I'm here to help you." Bro, it's kind of hard to believe you because I didn't see you on your grind. So I think you're just telling me you're just repackaging some information that you heard from some other people, and you're trying to sell me on it. And I respect the hustle. I'm glad that you're taking action and just trying to do something for yourself. But I want to see somebody really grind it out from 0 to $1 million. And not in I'm going to make $1 million business in 90 days or none of that stuff. It might happen in 90 days. I'm not going to shoot that down. But I'm really expecting this to take, if I'm being honest with myself, a minimum of 3 years. No more than 7 years. So 3 to 7 years is how long I expect this journey to take for myself. I am currently 29 years of age. So by the time I'm 36, I expect to have $1 million business. Now, how am I going to define $1 million business? I could say, take it the easy route and say that my business needs to revenue $700,000 per year. So that I can have an evaluation of $1 million. Evaluations are dependent on a few different things, but one way that people evaluate a business is 1.5 times your revenue, right? So I could say, I'm revenuing $700,000. That is technically $1 million business. But no, that's not how I want to define it. $1 million business in this scenario is I want to make Jonathan Livingstone a millionaire. And how am I going to be a millionaire? I want to be a millionaire by taking home, on average, $100,000 per month. Really, it needs to be like $89,000 a month or $87,000 a month, I think makes you a millionaire. So yeah, that's how I'm defining it. I want to take home roughly $100,000 a month as a person, as Jonathan Livingstone. So I'm going to have multiple different business scenarios, and that's going to bring me income in. And I want Jonathan Livingstone to take home $1 million in 1 year. That brings me to another point. I do not believe that you should spread yourself thin and work on like 3 to 5 different things to bring you in money. I think you should focus on one thing, and then that one thing should bring you in $1 million. You can't spread your mind too thin, because then you're going to do less for that one thing. And you're not going to get the most out of that one thing. But for me personally, the reason why I'm saying that I'm going to be doing a few different things is because these few things really stem from one place. And it just like ends up creating an extension of itself, which is going to, bring me my $1 million. So how I am anticipating to make this $1 million is, one, I'm going to intentionally create a real estate business. I have been in the real estate industry for about 20 years by association. My mother was a real estate agent, turned into a real estate agent after she got laid off from her job back in the day. I think was it in like 2000. It was either 2000 recession or like 2008. But during that time, my mother got laid off and she went into real estate. She got her real estate license and she just became a realtor. And as she was a realtor, I hopped in the car. I went to all her showings. I went to walkthroughs. I helped her clean and do turnovers. I've helped my mom do everything. And that was about 20 years ago. And through that experience and now being 29 and creating more relationships within the real estate sector, I understand how much sense it makes. I understand how profitable it is, how much fun it is, how creative it is, how much business goes into it. There's a lot of beautiful, real estate is an artistry. If you really choose to think of it that way, but it really is art at the end of the day. From the paperwork side all the way to the development side. There's so much art throughout the real estate field. I'm in love with it. And that's what I want to do for myself. I want to create a real estate business. Now through this real estate business, I'm going to be creating this personal brand of Jay Livingstone, because I am going to be documenting the process with you all, and that's just gonna like automatically create a personal brand out of it because I'm creating media to put on online about building the business. So I'm going to end up with a personal brand, and through my personal brand, I know how to use a camera and a microphone and lighting and all that extra stuff. So I have a media company as well. So it's gonna be media, personal brand, and real estate. But the main focus is real estate. My intention is to create a real estate empire, and I want to show you all from day one. This is like day like negative 15 right now that you're on. So from day one all the way through realizing $1 million a year. Okay. So that's my goal. And the reason why I've chose to this goal of making $1 million is because I feel as though a lot of people have financial struggles, and that's a main concern in their life. I think a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, and they never feel as though they can get out of their struggle in order to create a better life for themselves and their family. I felt that way before. I was like, am I worthy of having $1 million? Am I worthy of being able to be an entrepreneur? Am I worthy of not being an employee? All that stuff. So I want to just like tackle that fear for everyone in in real time. And I want to show you all that it is possible. You can create anything that you put your mind to. I'm a really big mindset person, and I think it all starts within you and it comes out. So with that being said, I want to be a proof of concept to you that anybody can create whatever they want to create. Now, I'm gonna say the first end goal is to create $1 million business, but along the way of creating this $1 million business, there's gonna be micro goals that are gonna create the person that has $1 million person. I mean, that has $1 million business. My apologies. The end goal is to create $1 million business, but along the way, there are micro goals that I have to achieve as a person that's going to be able to create the person responsible enough and disciplined enough to be able to generate and hold that $1 million business. So you're going to watch me go through personal development. You're going to be watching me go through business development and really see what it really takes to become who you want to be. And these lessons, you're going to be able to put it into anything. You don't have to just be an entrepreneur. Like, forget entrepreneurship. You don't have to. I'm not trying to build entrepreneurs. I'm trying to build people who believe in themselves, who are able to like develop themselves into whatever they want to be. So if you enjoy working at your job, I respect it, and I want you to keep working at that job. But I know you probably want to get something different out of that job. So I want to help you become the person that that job is looking for in order to fill that new role that you want. I'm not going to just be teaching you entrepreneurship. I'm really just going to be teaching you life skills to apply to your own life to create the situation in your life that you desire. The same things that I'm going to be doing, you can be doing with a 9-to-5. It doesn't matter which route you take, and I don't frown upon either one of them. Do what suits you and your strengths. Don't do what I'm doing. So just take the concepts, understand the concepts, and apply them to you where you see fit. Because everybody's scenario generally is the same, but in the micro, it's not. Like, everybody has different strengths and weaknesses and different things that they need to attend to get to where they want to go. But just pay attention, take what you can from me, apply it to your life, and I hope that you create the life that you want to live. So back to this podcast. This podcast is going to be dropping twice a week, every Monday and every Thursday. That's where I want to do 2 a week. One on Mondays, one on Thursdays. The Monday episode is going to be talking about the business, talking about where my mind is at on what I need to attack for the week to create the business and how the previous week went. On Thursday, we're going to be talking about strictly personal development skills and philosophies that I'm thinking about in order to apply to myself to, help my business grow. So that's what you're going to get. Mondays is documentary of the business. Thursdays is personal development. Now, what my focus is for this week is writing down and defining my life. I want to define everything that I want to achieve. Well, not everything, but the next phase, this next chapter. I'm defining what this next chapter is about. And I'm putting that in clear written form, not keeping it up in my head. I'm going to put it in clear written form so that I can have a destination. A lot of us live a life of just aimlessness, and we just wake up, go to work, grab a drink, get dinner, and go to sleep, do it again the next day. And we go nowhere. We just keep living in this hamster wheel, just going around and around in circles. That's not me. And that's not what I want to do with my life. In order to get to your goals, first you have to define them. Like, for instance, in order to get to somewhere you've never been before, you have to put the destination into your GPS, and then you have to put your current location, and then you hit go. And then the GPS, it creates the directions in which to get from where you are to where you want to go. So that's what I'm going to do with my life. In my journal here, I am writing down my goals for the next 5 years. These are all the things I want to achieve. And then every action that I take from this day forward needs to be aligned with these 5-year goals. We're gonna get into this yellow journal one day, not today, but this yellow journal has my soul in it. It has all my goals in it, and I'm just gonna go through and filter them out and really create that person that I want to be in the next 5 years. So once we have our goals down for this week, not this week, but throughout this week, I'm going to be clearly defining myself over the next 5 years. And then from there, I'm going to create a rough draft of directions in order to get there. So then I can have a plan. And then once I have the plan and the destination, all that's left is for me to execute. And in order to execute, you have to be consistent and you have to be disciplined. Consistency and discipline is going to get you wherever you want in your life. I am a true believer of that, and I'm going to show you that I am nothing special. I am no more special than you. I'll put it that way, because I am special. We all are special, but I just want to say I am no more special than you. And now with that being said, I'll give you a little bit of background about myself. So as I mentioned earlier, I am 29 years old. I was born May 27th, 1993 in Los Angeles, California. My parents separated. My mother moved to Texas to be with her mother and to get some help raising the three of us because I have a brother and a sister. So we moved to Henderson, Texas for a few months. Then once my mom got on her feet, we found a home in Tyler, lived in Tyler for a little bit. And then we moved to good old Irving, Texas. Or where I'm from, we call it MacArthur, Texas. But regardless, I moved to MacArthur, Texas whenever I was about 6 years old. It was 1999. I still remember celebrating Y2K, the year 2000. It was my first time doing the sparklers on my street. We went outside and did sparklers. Had some beans, like what was it? Not pinto beans, but or is it pinto beans? I don't know. Whatever beans you have for not pinto beans, black guy. I don't know what kind of beans. We had some beans. The year 2000 New Year's celebration. But anyways, yeah, so moved to Irving in 1999, grew up in Irving. One of the best things that ever happened to me, and I didn't realize it until I went to college. But anyway, yeah, grew up in Irving, went to college at the University of North Texas. But don't think too much of me because guess what I did? I went to college in 2011, and I went from 2011 until 2015. And in my senior year of school, I dropped out. I was there, and people were thinking, and the cherry on top of this is I dropped out when I was getting paid to go to school. So every semester I would get like $3,000 to $5,000 in like free grant and scholarship money. I like after my tuition was paid, I was still making about $3,000 to $5,000 a semester, and I still chose to drop out. Now, part of me thinks that was kind of selfish because plenty of people would have loved to go to college, but couldn't afford to. But me personally, college just was not for me. I was really bored. I felt like I was in high school again, but except the people that I was around was a lot less intellectual than I was. I was around a lot of dumb people, and I realized like college was made up. Whenever, man, we are in freaking college, right? And I was in like a nutrition class, and we had to do simple division of calories. And they said you have 8 slices of pizza. The pizza is, let's say, 1,600 calories. If you eat one slice, how many calories did you intake? It was something. That's how along the lines the question was. It was a group of like 6 of us solving this problem, and mind you, we're in college. There's a 8 slice pie, 8 slice pizza, 1,600 calories. How much is one slice in calories? These people were overcomplicating, figuring out the calories in one slice of pizza. I said, this can't be real. I said, this is what happens in college. I was like, I could have done this in 5th grade, third grade. This is 3rd grade math, and we're in college. And this guy or this girl, no, it was 2 of them. Well, it was 1 or 2 of them. I don't want to dramatize the story. They got the wrong answer, like, and they were solving it incorrectly. There's no need. What's up, Jet? There is no need to do. I'm really good at number sense and doing numbers in my head. So I'll cut myself a break, but literally that's a 15-second problem. 15 seconds max. Especially with the calculator, 15-second problem to solve. And these people were solving it incorrectly and overthinking it, and they got the wrong answer. And me and Cliff is my best friend. Me and Cliff were just looking at each other like, this can't be serious. And part of me was even telling myself, like, did I do something wrong? Like, I was thinking, like, did I do something wrong? Like, are we overthinking like this? Did we miss something? Like, what the hell are they coming up with? Like, they're coming up with like 340 calories. And I'm just like, bro, 1,600 divided by 8 is 200. Each slice is 200 calories. Like, why is there any conversation about this problem at all? So then, like, that was one of the little like strikes against college. I was like, this place is fake. This place is made up. Anybody can come here. This is just high school all over again. But honestly, it's just worse because we're paying to go here. But later on down the line, I realized, hey, I don't like this degree that I'm getting, and I went to go see a counselor, and I was like, hey, I want to switch my degree or my major over to this. I forgot what I wanted to switch it to. And they're like, oh, okay, if you want to switch it over to that, then you're going to have to do like an extra like semester and a half. And I'm like, I'm going to be behind on graduating because I want to switch my degree. I was like, and I was like, it just didn't make sense. And I was just getting frustrated. And then I remember the moment I decided to drop out. I was in the library, and I was studying for an exam that I had the next day. And I was sitting there just in the library in Club Willis, like 2:00 in the morning, doing my work. And I was sitting there, started thinking to myself, I was like, I'm getting a degree right now. And this degree is pretty much just a piece of paper that says I went to college. And once I show them that I have a degree, and I interview and I get a job, I'm going to be sitting in a cubicle from 9 to 5 all day, staring at a computer. This makes no sense. I was like, I do not want to go sit in a cubicle for the rest of my life. It's like, working a job for somebody else just is not for me. Like, I have more value in the economy than sitting in a cubicle and clicking buttons on a computer. Like, I was like, I'm good on this. It's like, I'd rather go spend this time in college and go get some work experience and go learn business and go make some money, save money, and make investments. I was like, that makes the most sense to me. I want to build a business. I want to invest my money. I want to go get some experience. And so from then on, I closed my book, put my stuff in my backpack, didn't even go to class the next day, never went to class another day in my life. And I stopped going. So after my lease in my apartment was up, I moved to my own apartment. Got 2 jobs, and I've just been working ever since, busting my butt, creating relationships, learning how business works, understanding what business really is, and I've just been playing the business game ever since then. And so yeah, I was like, man, yeah, college isn't for me. I don't need to be here. This is all a joke. And then so I've been on the entrepreneur grind since, I'd say 20, actually, so I dropped out in like 2015. Then I got a job. I got a couple of jobs. And I'd say I starting to become an entrepreneur in, let's say like 2018, about 2018. I started shooting videos, learned how to like use a camera, started learning how to edit. And then I quit my job in 2019, and I've been shooting videos full time ever since, and just hustling. Cause I don't just, to make money, I don't just shoot videos. I'll do anything for $1 almost, if it's within my moral compass. I'm always like trying to figure out how to create another dollar. But yes, 2019, I quit my job, and I've just been on that grind ever since. So it's 2022. Dang, I'm a newbie at this. I'm only 3 years in, and I really am hard on myself for not being where I want to be. Holy crap. Relax, Jonathan. Relax. It's been 3 years. 2019, it was like July of 2019, June. It was, I think, June of 2019, I quit my job to be an entrepreneur. It's been 3 years, and I'm over here frustrated and like depressed and shit because I haven't accomplished what I wanted in entrepreneurship. But I'm just now learning. The journey has been so emotionally draining that's been a long 3 years. Wow, I don't know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to entrepreneurship. I know I've made quite a few mistakes. But now I realize, like, no shit. Like, you've only been doing this for 3 years. This is your 3rd full year of entrepreneurship. Anyways, okay, that was a real life epiphany. Yeah, I'm really, really hard on myself. I really need to ease up. Sad day. Well, no, not sad day, good day, because I had this, awareness of myself. But we're gonna fix that because it's time to go further. So anyways, I know we're all over the place, but yeah, just a little bit of background on myself, how I got to become an entrepreneur, what got me on the route that I am today, and I look forward to this journey with you. I will see you every Monday and Thursday. We're gonna be talking entrepreneurship. We're gonna be talking about personal development, spirituality, and we're gonna attain all of our goals, and you're going to see it in real time. I'll be very transparent. If you have any questions along the journey, DM me, message me, text me, comment, anything. Post it on your story and ask a question, whatever. Tag me, whatever. I'm here to be fully transparent. I will answer any questions that you have, and I'll answer any question that you have about where I'm at in the business world. And yeah, let's get to it. I look forward to the journey. Once again, it's Jay Livingstone with Living Creative. I'm here to help you create the life that you desire through the power of intention. See you Thursday.